cross. This is the spiritual world is up here. Now it's supposed to be earth, the fire, active, hot, bilious. Below it, though, is like sanguine and air, and then this red like lymphatic and water, with it also being nervous, like the nerve system in earth, which is passive, cold, active, hot, moist, day, the cross. What I was looking at past the veil and everything was how, okay, this is also like a sprint or a marathon, action, force, achievement. So a lot of people have been seeing cheetahs, chi, masculine energy, tests becoming testimony in some way, in some form, looking at things in a more positive light. Relating this to the earth angel. This is also related to King David. You think of also another spirit animal, vulture, which is the energy of creation, guardian and purifier, essential for what? For rebalance, to invest our time wisely. There's a lot of eagles, phoenixes, 333 to 777, 9, 5, 15. A lot of 333s up in here. It's not always about offering to each other, but to ourselves as self-love. Whatever is left, then you can also give as, that unconditional love. But you can't give unconditional love until you love yourself. Now that is true alchemy, because before you offer your cup, you have to drink out of your own cup. What do you taste like, feel like? What vibrations do you have? What type of energy do you have? And would you yourself want to deal with your own energy, right? So that's like the ear of corn, that's golden abundance, that's the truth. That's like, would you drink you? That's like soaring, flying, detached, and independent, right? Having that self-love. But when you bring in Aquarius, when you believe in that global humanitarian awareness, you realize you still must give to the world. That I would say it's almost like a Nile, like the Nile River. When people say that they're in denial, it's like, oh, you're drowning in your emotions because you're in denial. When you can actually float, or you can stand up, or you can swim, or you can get help to be pulled out if you truly need to. Denial, I would say, has a shadow of emotions in the ocean and the inner child. Unconsciousness, action, thought, and emotion gives us light. All right, to drink some of our own love so that the cup isn't so heavy. You can't put down the cup, then you need to drink some of that cup, and so you can truly absorb what type of mood and emotions you're going through before you spill it on anybody else. Be vulnerable with yourself and purify your illusions. Embrace the truth. We teach people how to treat us, and that there must be maturity when it comes to prayer, and accountability when you're talking to spirits, to make sure that you're following the right actions with what you are, allowing them to gift you. This is also past life as goddess Isis. This is also being connected with the dead, magical healer, curing the sick, and being able to talk to the dead, or bringing the dead back to life. Also related to cow horns on the head, solar disc, Egyptian kingship link, scorpion, bird, sow, cow, pyramid text from C2350 to C2100 BCE, offering assistance only to the dead king and learn to help all Egyptians. It's not about just trying to help one person, but it's also about trying to help the world. When you learn to help yourself, then you thus learn how to help the world. It's got a bigger picture than all of this. But all of the useful water, because when we look at earth god Golem, or Jeb, this is, the goose, the head surmounted. This is the third divine ruler among the gods. Then you got sky goddess, which is Nut or Dena or Artemis. And this is contributing to the moon goddess, the vault of the heavens, the woman arched over the earth god. The rain is personified as masculine, actually. And the rain being the seed fruitifies Mother Earth, essentially. That rain plays no part in fertility, because that's crying over spilled milk. All the useful water is on the earth from the Nile River. Drinking the purity of our emotions. Nut swallowed the sun in the evening and gave birth to it in the next morning. And she was also the cow that carried sun god Ra on her back to the sky. Which happened on September 11th, being born again, essentially. the new year, which is the same day I cut my hair, the day that the Twin Towers fell. So it's pretty cool that my pilots would have come full circle at this point. I got to see it from a different kind of view and see it. I was like, oh, that was actually a good moment in my life. You know, you look at these things and you see it and you're like, I came a long way. This is also the death and birth of Osiris. So this is the rejuvenation and rebirth of the land and the people of Old Kingdom of Egypt, C 2613 to C 3150, I believe, BCE. The annual flood with great harvest, enough to feed the whole country. Not a drop, but an ocean to help the world. 36 feet river rises. Aswan High Dam. And this is no floods. No floods when we sip on our own cup and remain tempered or grounded. Our power helps us go towards our future. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for helping me be a visionary at this time and to look at the future and to move forward. This is also nurturing. So King, you must realize, King and Queen, that you have this in yourself. DM and DF, you have both of this in yourself. So you say, I am a king, I am a queen. Every king, you must be able to dive into that divine feminine aspect of yourself and divine masculine aspect, as well as every queen. You must be able to dive in here and balance them out. Only someone with childlike wonder and essence is pure enough to enter the light. Essentially, someone who's willing to embrace the joy of the day now. And whatever you believe in, but embrace the day now. Okay? Find some positivity in it today. Everybody has an inner child in them that has experienced all the trauma you went through, and you know, it can teach you, it can nurture you, it can comfort you if you give it back. That same comfort, love, and care. Don't look at it as something that's a mistake or abomination or whatever. Look at it as, you know what, this helped me grow. Now, children, right? Our children can teach us three things. To one, be happy for no reason. Two, to always be busy with something. And to three, know how to demand with all your might that which you desire. Thank you, Archangel Sandaflon, who's also the brother Greek, the twin brother of Archangel Metatron, the only archangels in heaven, the officially immortal men, the prophet Elijah. Metatron was the wise man Enoch. Sandaflon was to carry human prayers to God so they may be answered, which is my direct line that I typically use him and Archangel Mikey. He's so tall that he extends from earth to heaven, essentially, Sandaflon, but he cares for the earth. Soul retrieval 49, rattle 43. This is putting the pieces back together of our past traumas. This is looking at corn as the truth, our harvest, and our hard work. There's been a lot of Kundalini energy and just activations of our essence, essentially, that the heart of the sky, I realized, was the cosmos and galactic forces of Scorpio, changing the way I manifest in my ascension. The galactic background being self-master to improve manifestation efforts, magic 33. Esoteric, the unbelievable confidence, the certainty of the galactic roots. Oh, and we're giving respect to bank robber Pretty Boy Floyd, known for destroying mortgage paper on heists, freeing hundreds of people from property debt. Okay? But anyway, strength gives us transparency. Okay, to surrender to spirit. Okay, what are you supposed to learn out of this? Divine feminine, divine masculine from the Metatron standpoint, 13 spheres. But Metatron's cube, which is 13 spheres held together by lines from the midpoint of each sphere. Think, feel, loving, learning, being, growing. The spheres being feminine, the straight lines being masculine. Metatron cube, meaning together the M and F polarities to create the oneness field of the infinite all. Now 13 spheres is 13 energy centers that comprise our experience of life within our galaxies, throughout our galaxy, and all galaxies. And 13 energy centers of experience that are made manifest through Metatron's cube, our galaxy, our soul birth through the cosmic gateway. Now the 13th sphere is the core of our galaxy. The 12th is from Sirius, which is the birth through the universal gateway. Pleiades is 11, and that's a stellar gateway traveling through. And then you have the 10th gateway, 10th energy center, which is to birth as a 5D vibrational orb of light, a soul star. I am present. I asked myself, what did I used to do as a child that I don't do now? So when I was younger, I used to draw a lot of stars, like really fast. like just everywhere. It was just my thing. And I didn't understand why. But I was like, well, you know, it's really cool that I can do them really fast and stuff. And now it's like I see you guys all as stars. Our ascendant is our current life. Our moon is our soul essence and our lineage. Sun is the fuel and the burn. The Mercury is the mind, and Jupiter is the fastest path. Venus is the goddess, and Mars is the god. Descendant is the relationship project. And you got Saturn being operating manual, Chiron being your sacred womb, Uranus being the radical change, Neptune being visions, dreams, identity crisis, and Pluto being your shadow and your transformation. The IC, this is Latin for bottom of the sky. Now this is your root and your home. That's why Earth is very important to be centered on. But to the naked eye, Pleiades has 7 sisters and Messier is 45. It's an open star cluster consuming middle-aged hot B-type stars located in the constellation Taurus. The universal mind is omniscience, which is all-knowing, omnipotence, which is all-powerful, omnificent, which is all-creative, and omnipresence, which is always present. Now, this is your nature. This is your power to your subconscious mind, your higher self, aligning yourself with these at all times. This is your nature. You have access to the limitless creativity of the one creator. All these attributes are present within you at all times in their potential form. It's up to you to know and act upon your own nature and discernment. The ancient Greek temple of Apollo at Delphi, as I relate myself to being an oracle of Delphi, is to know thyself, and thou shalt know all the mysteries of the gods and the universe. Now, this is to recognize your own crown, your own vibration, and separating my reality from self-sacrifice. Each and every one of us is a manifestation of the single universal consciousness. We are all one to each other, to all of nature, to everything in nature, to everything in the universe. The law of one. What you do to others, you do to yourself. The way you treat nature, you in fact treat yourself. Separateness you see is an illusion of the personality ego. True nature of reality is non-dualistic. Things may appear distinct, they are not separate. We create our ideal reality because you are connected to everything you want. Nothing in knowing is separate from you. Happiness, true love, perfect health, abundance, wealth, anything that you intend, vibrational harmony of that which you want to experience through the creative power of our thoughts. Master of destiny, master of thoughts. There's a single consciousness of the universal mind, pervading the entire universe, all knowing, all powerful, all creative, always present everywhere at the same time. Your consciousness, it is it. All is one. You are already connected to what you want, to the degree that you truly comprehend and internalize this truth. You're able to become the master of your mind, the director of your life. The four consciousness, which is the unconscious incompetent, unconscious confident, conscious incompetent, and conscious competent. Power is the ability to act. Now, your universal mind and consciousness is a concept that tries to address the underlying essence of all being and becoming in the universe, the source, ground, basis that underlies those instructions and the awareness and knowledge they imply. Presence is a felt sense of your true nature. Where love is, there's also unity, because there's power in your words, which is why Leo, it's very important to focus on your intellect and your heart chakra, being rooted in it and understanding that there's power in words and there's power in silence, which is what Virgo is semi-doing with their Mars, that they don't always need to talk when they want to be rooted in what they believe in. And this is not over-perfecting yourself or others, but coming to a consensus for something that's comfortable for you to live by. Where love is there is also unity and harmony and the peace of love's unbalanced rhythms in a united world. Where hate is there follows the degeneracy of disunity as night follows the day. That's the lesson which unfolding man has still to learn until he learns that simple lesson of power, which comes from giving of service to his fellow man instead of taking him from against his will. His civilizations will disappear in their own man-made chaos, one after another, until he learns that lesson. Walter Russell. that the light of the sun is the manifestation of the clarity of the sky. The sky is the basic condition necessary for the manifestation of the sun's light. In the sky, 2, 3, 4, or any number of suns could arise, but the sky always remains indivisibly one sky. Similarly, every individual state of presence is unique and distinct, but the void nature of the individual is universal, common to all beings. Also by Rinpoche. Cornucopia of prosperity. Thank you, Archangel Ariel. Archangel of divine magic and manifestation, for partnering with me so we could be a team manifesting dreams together, releasing worries, fears, and anxieties. A circle is a reflection of eternity. It has no beginning and it has no end. So if you put several circles over each other, then you get a spiral, which is also an MJK. But the golden ratio 5 spiral, the Fibonacci sequence, is a reflection of the embedded fractal intelligence of space, time, and consciousness, to see the world in a grain of sand, in a heaven, in a wildflower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand, in eternity, in an hour. Way of life. Okay? These are the small things that we have in this world that we take for granted every single day. We need to appreciate the moments we have, because you never know when you have no more moments. The union, there's like 5 elements, which is earth, air, water, fire, ether, which is like spirit, I would say. But union of the masculine and feminine principle, the third force generating all geometric patterns, the solar energy, and the receptacle of all possibilities of the lunar energy. The lines joining the centers of the spheres. We don't speak in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. King Solomon. Not everything you say will make sense to everybody, but as long as it helps somebody, then you're getting somewhere, right? You're doing something. The feminine is water, and masculine is also fire. And you got Heroes Gamos with these 2 triangles, how one is down and then one is up, but they're layered. And this is essentially, to become biologically and spiritually evolved is the same as acquiring the state of energetic balance and unification between masculine and feminine energies within the body itself. So polarity, integration, spiritual or sacred marriage, or Eros Gamos, which is connection with self, deeply felt interactions, healthy boundaries, self-respect, and that freedom. In order for true love to exist, the complete and mystical communion of man and woman is necessary in all the levels of their heart and mind. The union of a man and woman, in essence, is a supernatural, yet a remnant of paradise, the most beautiful of all, dedicated to the creator by the creature. It is the alpha and omega of all creation. Every intelligent individual wants to know what makes him tick, and yet is once fascinated and frustrated by the fact that oneself is the most difficult of all things to know, to believe in our own power. Essentially, the universe is not outside of you. To look inside yourself, everything that you want, you already are. Room. Today is Mars, so Virgos are just having a lot of energy. a lot of energy. And there's 4 scientific truths: the quadruple compass, which is arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. So if you're into different things of that nature, it makes sense. It's not a bad thing that you may drift into one area more than the other. It is the time that we're able to see better for ourselves where we want our careers to lie and where they're guiding us. So keep following that will to fight and whatever you want to get done. And remember that only in my pain did I find my will. Only in my chaos did I learn to be still. Only in fear did I find my might. And only in my darkness did I see my light. I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies.